Buckskin is brought to you by...
Evening.
Howdy.
You going in?
I might if they've got a room.
We got 4 or 5s. You can take your pick. Something wrong?
No.
I'll take your buckboard up to the stable for you as soon as we get you your room. Got a carpet bag?
No.
Ma, I got the coal oil.
How much?
2 gallons. I got a lady, too.
A what?
A lady. L-A-D-I-E, lady. You'll have to sign the register before you go out. $1.50 night, bed and breakfast, and anything you want dinner and supper, too. Ma! Ma, come here, quick!
Well, now, I wouldn't feel too bad about it, Mrs. Don't believe I got your name.
You can call me Nora.
Nora, then. You know, you ain't the first woman to come down with this kind of ailment. Scared?
Expect so.
You'll get along fine. The first one's no harder than the others. At least that's what the ladies tell me. I ain't had my first baby yet. Well, I expect I'll be.
Doctor?
Yeah?
Doctor, you'll be near, will you? In case?
If anybody sticks a head out that window and hollers, I'll hear 'em. Now, you just rest easy. Don't worry.
How is she?
All right, for now anyhow. She did right in coming here this way, so I can keep an eye on her. Her name's Nora.
Nora what?
I don't know. She didn't seem to want to talk about her husband. Wouldn't prod her about it if I was you. Coffee on the stove?
Help yourself. I brought you some hot chicken broth. Oh. I thought it might taste good. Thank you. There you are. How is it? Oh, it's fine. When I'm upset, it always makes me feel good. It's very good chicken broth, only I'm afraid I'm just not hungry. Well, why don't you just go ahead and cry? I do myself every now and then. I've got no call to cry. I close that babies all the time. It's nothing to cry about. You had one. I sure did. Were you scared? Of course I was. How bad was it? Well, I remember that I'd just as soon have been somewhere else. Mrs. McConnell, I don't know the first thing about having babies. I'm scared to death. I can't help it. Oh, I'm so ashamed of myself. Now, you just stop that and don't worry. You know, you're gonna do just fine when your time comes. How will I know when? You'll know, sure enough. I wish. What? I wish my man was here. I wasn't going to say anything about that. But I think it'd be a good idea if someone fetched him. Oh, no. No, he can't come. Please. Don't ask me why. Well, I'm not going to ask you anything, not even your last name. Look, now, don't worry. Doc Woodson knows his business.
Evening, Marshal.
Hi, Doc. See you at the office.
Well, Holmes the hunter. How'd you make out?
Horseback tour, Custer County. Next time the sheriff wants me to ride posse, I'll bring me a wagon.
No bank robbers?
Not a one. 3 of them likely got up to Canada.
Well, what about the 4th?
He's still around here somewhere. I wouldn't take off with the others.
Why not?
Wife? His name's Fry, Jake Fry. Talked to a neighbor of his over at Cottonwood Bend. Told us she'd let out in a buckboard a couple of weeks ago. Probably met up with him somewhere. She can't stay with him long, though. Be needing a doctor any day now. She's just a kid. Can't be more than 18 years old. There ain't too many doctors around here. Just come over me. A girl like that might have called on you.
A girl like that calls on me, I'll take care of her best way I can. That's the beginning and the end of my duty as a medical man.
Well, no offense, Doc.
Her man's a bank robber. That's her business. And his, maybe yours. But it ain't mine. Now, if you're through with my services as a porter,
Doc, I put the buckboard away. How is she? Marshal, you're home!
You been behaving yourself?
Nope.
I didn't think so. How was who?
Huh?
Who'd you just ask about?
Oh, the lady in room 6, the one that's gonna have the baby. God, I almost forgot. Mom wanted a fresh pitcher of water.
evening, Tom.
Tom, please don't go up there now.
No, don't fret, Annie. I won't be hard on her. Mrs. Fry, mind if I come in?
Come in.
I'm Marshal Sellers, Miss Fry. Boy, I apologize for my appearance. Been riding posse for 4 days. Miss Fry, I want to say something might surprise you, coming from a lawman. But, well, I got a lot of admiration for your husband. I wouldn't know him if he walked up to me in the street. If someone pointed him out to me, I believe I'd take my hat off to him.
Why?
Because he wouldn't run. He loved you enough not to let out for the border. Now, if he loves you that much, he ought to quit running altogether. Come in and take his punishment. Start out clean. So he can stand beside you like a man ought to. Why don't you tell me where he is? Be the best thing for both of you, Mrs. Fry.
Why don't you please go away?
You know I'm right, don't you?
Did she tell you anything?
No.
What are you going to do?
When's the time?
Right now. She's scared to death.
The doc look for any trouble?
Well, not so far. She's so young and frightened, she ought to have her husband by her.
Well, I did the best I could to accommodate her. 4 days in the saddle.
What are you going to do now?
Wait. He worries enough about her, maybe he'll come in.
Tom,
Yeah?
do you think it's right?
What's right?
Well, to take a man when he comes to see his wife, when her time comes?
Probably not.
Well, then why do you do it?
It's probably not right to shove the muzzle of a .45 under the nose of the chief teller of the Montana Territorial Bank. And walk off with $1,750.
Oh, you know what I mean.
Sure I do. She's a scared little girl. Be a real comfort to her to have her man with her. Well, if Jake Fry wants to come be with his wife, I'm the chairman of the welcoming committee.
What is it, Jody?
You told me to get some water. I almost forgot.
Thank you, dear. Take it on up.
I'll welcome him. Make him comfortable. In the jailhouse. Even take him over every hour or so to visit her.
And then you'll haul him off to prison.
Of course I'll haul him off to prison. Why do you think I've been riding for 4 days? Exercise?
Ma says you're scared.
I reckon I am at that.
Nothing so hard about having a baby.
How would you know?
Homer Foley's bay mare had a colt the other day. Nothing to it. Homer rode her the same afternoon. What you crying about?
I'm sorry, Jody.
The baby coming?
No, dear.
What's the matter?
I wish so. He was here.
Jake?
What do you know about Jake?
Ma and the marshal are talking about him downstairs. Ma says the marshal's got no call to arrest him if he comes in to see you.
But he would, though.
No, he wouldn't.
How do you know?
Just heard him say he wouldn't.
Sure?
He said if Jake wants to come in and see you, he'd make him as welcome as all get out.
No, I don't believe it.
It's the truth. Marshal's ornery in a lot of ways, but he don't tell lies. He makes a promise, he keeps it.
Jody, will you go to him for me? All by yourself?
When?
Now. Oh, I want him, Jody. I want him here with me. In the worst way.
Where is he?
I'll tell you.
Mr. Fry? Mr. Fry! Mr. Fry?
What do you want?
You Jake Fry?
Maybe. Who are you?
Jody O'Connell. Mrs. Fry sent me to fetch you. She's gonna have a baby, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Real soon. She's scared. She wants you to come sit by her.
She knows better than that.
Will you?
I can't.
You're scared too, huh?
I ain't scared of nobody.
Then why won't you come in? Ain't you interested?
Sure, I'm interested. Marshal's still out with that posse.
Just got in.
Oh.
No call to be afraid of him. He won't arrest you.
What do you mean?
He promised. I heard him myself. Ma says you belong with Mrs. Fry when her time comes. And the marshal said, if and you come in, he won't arrest you.
There's only one trouble with you, Annie. You're a woman.
Well, I've been trying to overcome that for some time now. But nothing works.
Woman always lets the feelings get the best of her. Can't do that in my business.
Oh, I can't help it, Tom. He's out there, holed up somewhere, crazy with worry.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he ain't even thinking about it at all. Maybe he's drunk in some saloon.
He isn't that kind of man.
How do you know?
Because he's a good man. Well, I just have a feeling.
All right. He's a good man. He just robs banks.
Ma? Marshal?
Jody, I thought you were in bed.
He's coming.
Who?
Jake Fry.
Where'd you see Jake Fry?
Out to the old Kennedy place. He's coming in to sit with Mrs. Fry like she wants him to.
Jody, what have you been up to?
I told him the marshal wouldn't arrest him.
You did what?
You said you wouldn't. I heard you. You said you'd be chairman of the welcoming committee if you come in, and I told him that. He didn't believe it, but he come anyhow.
Where is he?
Marshal? He wants you to let him come in, just till the baby's born. Then he'll go.
Oh, that's very nice of him.
Tom, you can't stop him
I'm
now.
not stopping him from anything.
He says, give him an hour. It's all he wants.
Now for what?
To get away. Then you can call up the sheriff and everybody. What'll I tell him?
All right. 1 hour. Between you two.
Where is she?
I'll show you.
1 hour, Jake. Now, after this, you let me make my own promises. Understand?
Yes, sir.
I think she's asleep.
I won't wake her. Won't dare wake her. I might scare her to death.
You sorry? Come on to bed, Jody.
Mr. Fry? Jake?
Come in.
Coffee?
She's right fond of my hand. Won't turn me loose.
Any sign of the baby?
No, not yet.
What you reckon's keeping him?
She is, I expect.
How's she feeling?
Some better. Awful scared. You know something?
What?
Us men had to put up with this nonsense. There wouldn't be a baby born from now to the end of time. What you looking at?
You don't make much of an outlaw sitting there with a lady holding your hand.
I don't make much of an outlaw anyhow. I don't make much of an anything, I expect.
What was it before?
Cattle.
Why'd you take to robbing banks?
Both of us broke and hungry. Couldn't get a loan from the bank, so I figured on taking one out my own way.
You like outlawing?
Oh, there are some inconveniences now and then. Riding the high line's a chancy business, you know. Moving at night and hauling up by day. Getting a stiff neck from watching the back trail. Wouldn't recommend it for a young fella like you. Try something else first. Now go tell your ma I'll bring down the tray directly she's had breakfast. Stay right there. Miss O'Connell! Miss O'Connell! Come on, hurry.
You sure? I just left my clothes. Is he coming?
You go get Doc Woodson.
There's nothing I can do. Just go and fetch the doctor like you.
They're down there in the street.
Who?
The sheriff with a bunch of posse men. What are you gonna do?
Go on, fetch the doctor.
Oh, Jody, hold up there.
I gotta fetch the doctor.
Now, come over here, Jody. Where's Tom Sellers?
Inside.
Right here. Go on, do what I told you. Well, Sheriff, news travels fast. What'd you do, deputize a flock of carrier pigeons?
You got him inside?
Yeah.
Well, go get him.
Can't.
Why not?
Gave him my word.
You what?
Doc figured wife would stand a better chance if a man was with her. She gotta have a rough time as it is.
Well, what about afterward?
I told Jake Fry You'd have an hour's head start after the baby came.
Tom, I run 4 horses into the ground chasing that outfit.
I know. I know I did a dumb fool thing, but I did it. I gave the man my word. Told Jake he could come in and I wouldn't take him. I promised him his hour and he's gonna get it.
Well, I didn't promise him a thing.
I'm sorry about that.
You're a sworn deputy, Tom.
Sorry about that, too.
You're not gonna get in my way, are you?
Afraid so, Pat. You want Jake Fry, you're gonna have to walk right over me.
Tom, I always thought a lot of you, but I got an oath to keep.
Well, you can still keep it. After you give him his hour. Look, you can't run down an 18-year-old kid, an old nag, with only an hour's head start. You better turn in that badge.
All right, Tom. He gets his hour.
Just in time.
Hot water and towels.
Right.
And coffee?
Expect you'd better go on downstairs.
No!
Nothing so useless as a husband at a time like this, man.
Please, don't go away. Jake, please.
Doc, I'd as soon stay if you don't mind.
Please get out of my way.
Sure now. Easy, Nora, easy. Can you imagine that? How'd I ever do it?
Don't take all the credit now while your woman's asleep.
I never figured it'd be a girl, never entered my head. I wonder what you'll call her.
Alice, most likely. Terrible plague of Alice is sweeping the country these days. And don't worry about the bill, son. Nobody else ever pays me. Why should you?
Well, I guess my hour's ticking away.
You ever think about riding back with him? Taking your medicine, getting it over with?
Yeah, I thought on it some. Better not wake her.
All right, you got your hour. Beginning now.
Fry. Jake? Mrs. Fry. I have some wonderful news for you.
Buckskin has been brought to you by
This has been an NBC Television Network presentation.